Like, can you hop up to like second floor grandmas in one jump?
Oh, wow.
Like
But off
something
the
like
rip
that?
here, yeah. But off the rip here, Ford are gonna take a similar route. One player is gonna go towards green, one player
Oh,
middle, two at hill, and nice shots out of Paris to take down two as Eddie's just flying everywhere. And Yoshidown is gonna move his way into lights, and Kermit with a nice little flank gonna take down two as spawns are actually gonna flip now, as Iker has to stay alive but falls into the shots of Shadow. And now Paris do have the spawns for this rotation, but right now Shadow's making his presence known on the current hill.
yep. Iker just got the split spawn too. Actually, as the Paris players from Paris are spawning up absolutely everywhere, as they're spawning good side then bad side, and now it does look like they are gonna possess the hill here. As the rotation's already on, Lord is gonna get dropped as that was Yoshida-san already there. Set up for P2. The contest is in right now for P1. It does look like the kills are going to go the way of Paris. A contest once again. Great shots from Iker will get cleaned up from behind. So Florida is going to pick up the last of that time, and they're set up for P2 already as a wave of kills just came through.
Yeah, and Florida actually got a spawn that I hadn't seen in a while. You can spawn inside of that small bricks area. When it happens when you know you're still on transition to P1 and all of the players from the other team are spawning way, way deep. And now Paris, you can see they're setting up for this new break as Kermit's gonna pick up that player Eddie on the flank. So now these players top green kind of stranded. They're gonna have to fly out. Lil Ward's gonna find one, and Iker gonna manage to peek his way out. And Lugoshi gonna find Lil Ward on the back satellite. So despite the strandedness of those players green, they managed to make it work and break through. And Iker having a great performance to start off this game, 7-2.
Yoshida picking up a huge two-piece. I believe it was in somewhere near bricks, so a big transition set of kills there. As you can see, Paris here on the rotate. Lord is going to catch one, but you can see numbers 1 and 3 already here. So Eddie and Iker are both going to be set up for this transition. As Iker's actually going to go down, it's going to be all on Eddie here in the back. Going to find one. He's going to try to stay alive. Is somehow staying alive here as he wins that one as well. Finally goes down as his team comes in to support, but the spawn's picked up by Florida here.
Yeah, and that was just ultimately a really good break by Florida. They didn't pay much attention to the hill at the start. They more focused on breaking the spawns. But in response, Paris are going to actually find a couple, but Shadow finds three. Is he going to make it a fourth? Oh, he runs out of ammo. Oh, he just barely gets him with one bullet left in the clip. The whole team of Paris wiped out by Shadow in just one little feed to regain the control at that point when kind of Paris were just breaking through the front there.
Yeah, well, Shadow's going to continue as he's going to make it 5. Going absolutely huge here. As he just single-handedly cleared out the hill, and it does look like Paris is going to give up the last of this time. Florida off to a 30-second lead here. Which is, I mean, they're doing better than what they were in the last game, that's for sure. Because as we were approaching this, they were down, what, 70 points or something? So,
Yeah,
honestly, a good regain here.
yeah, really good regain by Paris to kind of just set up and really make this game a lot more competitive. I suppose that's what happens when you get a little bit better internet and not rubber banding all the time. It's just unfortunate. But as the trades are going down now, Paris going to be in that top green area. Florida going to be spawning in the back. Kermit with a nice little two-piece onto that player's cat in green. And they have the two players in the hill stranded. Kermit's going to find one. He's found all but one as the pinch needs to come now from Paris, and they're going to find him. Shadow going to take him out. You can see now Paris going to go ahead and set up for this new hard point here, as we're only going to have about a 20-point game going into this, the last P5 of this rotation.
Yep, you do see Kermit might have just hopped over a player, I think. It finally turns around to find him. That was Lugoshi there. But Paris is going to be properly set up here for P5. Shots are going to go down from Kermit. But the rest of his team is kind of hitting from top green cat area. They're all just kind of here looking up for these kills.
Yeah, and as Paris kind of sets up now, they've kind of gotten broken off the front of this hill. They're spawning in the back. Slinky going to find two. Kermit going to find one. And you can tell Florida are just ready to spawn trap these guys in their spawn. I don't know if that team kill was intentional or not, but it did ultimately come through, and Lugoshi has timed out once again, which is really unfortunate. I'm not even sure if that has anything to do with the host. So it looks like Paris are going to be stuck in the back. That was about an 85 to 110 at time of disconnect. We'll keep that in mind as we continue through with this match. But Kermit kind of has streaks if they decide to keep on playing this out.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate timing. Not sure if we can get Legoshi back into the game. But from here, I mean, you're playing a 3v4 on the map now. When you got Shadow doing stuff like that to you, that's rather unfortunate. As the kills are going to come through, Florida's going to pick up the hill here.
And Florida already know where they're spawning at, a 3v4. This is going to be a hard thing for Paris to do. They haven't shot each other yet, so I don't think they want the game to end. But Shadow just going to pick up another kill. He almost finds Eddie there, but he manages to slide away just in time. The nade comes through, though. Manages to find Shadow another kill. Low Ward's locking down Dark from his point, and Slinky going to be over towards that top green area. He does get taken down, so that point of rotation is open if Paris want to make that run for it.
Yep, beautiful Lord is just set it up on the hill, just soaking in the time. Already a minute and 16 in the hill. As the rotation's already on for P2, you're going to have all of Paris coming off spawn, though, so the 3 arrows are trying to make their way back here towards P1. P2 is going to pop, but this is going to be just all the time right now coming in favor of Florida, and the kills are all going their way as well. It's just not... Paris just can't catch a break here.
And, however, I do not believe that Florida will get the tick from this time, especially so if Paris managed to step foot on the hill. Actually, now, because they've gotten off of it, they definitely won't be getting the tick here. So we will see at least a P3, but Paris are trying to do their best, making up a bad situation. And right now, Paris just trying to force their way through green. They don't have much time left to go for a full wrap. So we might see Paris just kind of abandon this point, set up to rotate and maybe hopefully string together about 4 hills to get themselves back into this game.
Yep, I do think Legoshi is trying to get back into the game here, but the spawn out is going to come in from Paris. Eddie's spawning all the way in the back. That's just unfortunate, honestly, at that point. Is Slinky's going to come charging it on the point. That's going to be the spawns in favor of Florida. And with 5 seconds to go, that will be the end of the map.
Yep, there's not going to be anyone in time. And Florida are going to take that one too, 50 to 85. Kind of unfortunate, seeing as the map was pretty close until that kind of scan and repair is what he said. Scan and repair happened. Kind of didn't figure this out until like a couple days after. So we missed out on 2 days of playing raid.
Yep. As it is going to be Paris on the offense here. So a quick rush here over towards B. Slinky's going to be the one player up in Laundry. As you look on the minimap, Lord is very pushed up in mid, but the bomb is actually over on A. So you got very forward positions here coming from Paris. But the guys aren't very close to them, as it's just going to be Theoretikaku running in the back here. Between a couple positions, trying to maneuver his way in the back. Kermit's here for support. But the bomb looks like it wants to cross mid. Or actually, no, that's going to be Iker planting now. The bomb's going down on A.
And if he can get this plant down, Eddie's going to find one. However, the planter is going to get killed. And now I think this trap is going to spring. Yoshidan is going to be able to manage to make his way through the middle of the map because of that, flank that he had pretty much set up. And he's going to be able to cover the flank too. So now we're going to be in a 1v1. Kermit versus Yoshidan. Kermit is trying to hunt down this player. He's going to be open step. The shoulder comes out. Kermit not going to be ready for the gunfight. And Yoshidan is going to take that one in a 1v1. I believe Yoshidan found 3 in that round.
Yep, I mean, he played the middle great here. As he picks up 1, he's going to catch a second player coming through, I think, crossing over towards open steps here. So just great positioning, honestly. I mean, the spread from Paris looked a little bit questionable, honestly. Considering he had 1 player in ring, he had 1 player in, I think it was bottom art.
Yeah.
Or Zig or something, and then 2 players over towards A, but they get the bomb down, they trade correctly, and they bring it back. I mean, it was a 2v3,
yeah,
I think, in favor of Florida at the beginning, or in the middle of that round, and then Yoshida picks up 2.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the risk and rewards of having different strategies. Is Iker gonna pick one off very, very fast into this round is Theoretikaku. Whatever. Names these days. Is gonna back off, gonna rotate right back around towards the back site, and Eddie finds shots in the Slink but isn't gonna be able to kill him, so Slink is just gonna play his life on open steps, but Yoshidon comes around the corner at the right time to pick up 2 onto those players. So now Leroy Kaku has to stay up top. This is winnable if he manages to play out the time, but Paris doing a very good job of making a showing in this S&D right now.
Yeah, I mean, Kaku had a shooting gallery there in front of him, as there was just 3 players running around a circle. He wasn't able to pick up any of them, as Yoshida, with 5 kills and a defuse, so racking up the points. So we're gonna see if Yoshida chooses to try and stay alive here, as we're gonna see the 2-piece that came out as, oh no, they're just on the steps and they weren't ready for it.
Yeah, again, you can tell that Paris have pretty much have set strats for these S&Ds. You know, they're not all just bullying out one site. You can tell that they're taking some risks and, you know, splitting apart, covering different sides of the map, and really just playing their strategies. You know, they're sending a couple people over to play a late flank, or when the bomb goes down, try to draw attention away from certain players. So overall, a really good job so far, as Legoshi gonna find that player into Laundry. So Paris gonna have full control of this Laundry side of the map, this rink side, but Bomb not gonna be there. And Low Lord can actually cause some chaos here if he manages to find Eddie.
So yeah, Lord is gonna catch back. Actually, that is the bomb. Now all the players as well. It's gonna be evened out. It's now a 2v2. 4v2 advantage has been whittled down. Florida Muteteers have caught up, as Iker's gonna pick up the bomb. Kermit's gonna get dropped, and Lord, oh, the timing that he could have had here.
He still might have it as he backs up into Art. As Iker gonna go ahead and plant that bomb down for the Laundry side. He looks like he wants to plant this bomb as far away, so it's pretty much impossible for Low Lord to wrap it without being seen from Laundry. As Low Lord now, he thought the rotation was coming out towards A, thought bomb might be getting taken there, but now Low Lord has to make a play. Time not on his side, only 30 seconds. He's about to run to the pre-aim of Legoshi. As he takes those shots, Legoshi manages to find that kill, holding the right angle. And what was almost just a flawless round by Paris gets whittled down to a 1v2 by Florida. Not terrible.
Yeah, Pizzetti with a great pick. I mean, I thought they were basically just going for the distraction play. Pick up 3. They sent 3 towards B, 1 towards A. And honestly, it was like, oh, it was going to be like a distraction play, but they picked up 2 kills, including Eddie picking up the one on A. But then he still chose to swing it over towards B. You had the bomb site. Then he got picked in an unfortunate spot, so.
Shot's going to go down onto both teams, but neither team's able to find a kill. As there's going to be a battle inside this middle map area, as Yoshidon going to win it. Eddie going to use that player as bait to find the kill onto Kermit. So now, the pinch coming through, Yoshidon going to find Slinky. Doing very well for himself in this S&D as he finds the 3rd. Yes, he will. Starting off 8-1 in this S&D.
It's absolutely surgical right now what we're witnessing here coming out of the Paris Letdowns, as the hard point, they didn't get themselves 2 down after that hard point, and they're just absolutely picking apart the Florida Muteteers here, as Yoshida picks up 3 in the round. Did Yoshida die in the last round?
He did, I believe. So no streaks.
Okay, so no streaks.
Yeah, so no streaks. However, you can tell Paris is fine with taking those risks that come with doing certain set strategies. They're willing to give up control of a certain part of the map or risk losing the bomb, and those risks are really paying off for him right now. Florida don't really know what to do, when to rotate, and the S&D prowess out of Paris shining through right now, especially for Yoshidon.
Yep, absolutely. As you gotta have Eddie has switched over to a 74U here. Watching the mid push, there's a player that's gonna sneak under him. That will be Kermit. So first blood is gonna go in favor of Florida. Yoshida in the back here, gonna pick up 1. Iker will get traded though, as Legoshi picks up a nade from the grave. So it's gonna be Yoshida in a 1v2. And the way Yoshida's been playing, you don't want anyone else in this position probably.
Yeah, and if you're Florida, you gotta win this. You do not want to go down 5-0. This is a momentum-based round. You gotta win this, and you can tell they're playing like it. They gathered that information that Yoshidon was in kitchen and are playing the cuts appropriately. Yoshidon shoulders it, tries to make it look like he's going a different way, but now he's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, as it looks like Florida are trying to set up a pinch.
As Yoshida actually might avoid this entirely, as he goes all the way around the outside. Lord's gonna check this inside a Zig. We'll see if Yoshida checks this corner here. It's very possible. Doesn't check it. Will it eat shots from behind? Will somehow stay alive. But with 17 seconds to go, doesn't have time to really pick up the bomb anymore. As
Wow! Okay. Wow, that timing. That's just another example of great COD timing for both players. They both don't see each other on their screens, but Yoshidan gonna get taken down anyway. This was a huge round win for Florida. They needed to stop the bleeding here. And so to go down by only 3 rounds now is really good for them. They just gotta keep gnawing back a round at a time. That's what you gotta tell yourself.
I'm curious how the Lord didn't spot Yoshida. I'm
I'm
pretty sure
curious as
Yoshida was
Yoshida
shooting.
didn't. I'm curious to see how Yoshida didn't see Low Lord.
Well, that is going to be 1 round in favor of Florida, and I mean that's a big difference too. 5-0 versus a 4-1 doesn't seem that different, I guess, but I mean having that round on the board is absolutely huge for team morale, especially when you're getting fried by Yoshida 9-2 right now. So that's a good start. Slinky picks up first blood. Will shut down Iker.
You can see Theoro Kaku and he knows that 1-player location, and he will play it patiently, not shoot to give away his location. And he's gonna be able to find that kill. Kermit gonna pick one up near Zig. It's gonna be down to Eddie for the 1v4 ace clutch here, and he's gonna get executed. Oh no, the disrespect on the main stage.
Coming through. Oh, it's the highlight too.
Oh no.
That's graphic.
Alright, well now 4-2. This is a completely different game. Now you're only down 2 rounds, but again, Florida, they still need to win this round. Preferably, you win all these rounds until the game's over, obviously. But this round in particular, you have to win this. 5-2 versus 4-3. Very 2 different ball games. As Iker gonna go ahead and get the first blood, gonna try to stop the bleeding that's occurring on them right now. As Eddie gonna wide peek, gonna find that player sitting on black band and puts Florida into 2v4.
So right out of the gate, and he's gonna spot Slinky, and he doesn't get behind cover in time as Lord is in a gunfight here with Lugoshi, but now last alive as Iker will drop Slinky. So Lord with 12 HP and a little bit of a dream here. Might get some good timing with the bomb planter, but the bomb is getting planted. It's gonna go down, and Lord is now in a 1v3 retake. Not your ideal scenario whatsoever. Yoshida, Iker, and Lugoshi all still alive, all set up. They know where he's last spotted. Lord actually picks up 1. We're going to see where he decides to go. He's going to go back into mid, come through pillars.
Oh, and that
The
timing.
timing is impeccable.
Yeah, and this is still winnable for Low Ward. It's getting less and less so, though, as eventually the timing catches back up to him. You don't get lucky twice in a row. And so he will eventually drop the 1v3 dream is going to die there as Yoshida picks up that kill. And that's going to be map point for Paris here.
Yeah, there's your 5-2, a situation you really don't want to be in as Florida. But Paris storming their way back into this map after dropping the hard point. So we're going to see how this ends up going here. Eddie going to set up near A. There really hasn't been an A hit for most of this game. There was a little bit at the beginning, but since then we haven't really seen a lot of A. Underneath the bus, great angle then for Theoretikaku as he's trying to pre-fire the wallbang there. There is a player back there actually.
Yeah,
but
so
it is going to be
B.
It is going to be B in favor of Florida. But they haven't chosen to put the bomb down yet, as the second pick will go their way as well.
Yeah, and so now you're in a 2v4 as Paris. Here you just got to play the picks. And if you're Lugoshi, you really wanted that gunfight. You wanted to kill Low Ward, puts it in a 2v3. But now Eddie gonna be in the 1v4 scenario. With 35 seconds, this is virtually impossible unless he makes some amazing play.
Yeah, well, I mean, 30 seconds going on the wide wrap. Now, there's not a whole lot you can really do here in this situation.
Honestly, if you're Eddie, I kind of just sit in the back, save my strats, and kind of just hold in case any one of them's close to streaks.
Yep, or I mean, if this was Black Ops 4, this is where you chuck yourself off the map.
Oh, yeah. To prevent for specialists, right?
Yeah. As there you go, Slinky's going to pick up the kill. That's going to be a flawless round for Florida. As 1 in a row. Oh, one is the start. 1 in a row. That is a phrase indeed.
But all that started off with that great angle from Kaku there onto Yoshidan. And if there's a player you want to kill off the rip, if you want all your first bloods, you want all of them to be on Yoshidan right now if you're Florida. He is the star player for the S&D coming out of Paris right now. And so if you can shut him down, you have the highest potential of winning these rounds.
They're going to 4-man A here. Lord is going to be the only player anywhere near. He's going to spot it and back out. The players on B are going to start pushing up, realize nobody's home. But this should be a fairly free bomb plant for Paris, unless Lord is going to do anything about it. From the back basketball court, Kaku picking up the first kill.
And eventually Kermit going to find one onto Iker. Is now, with the bomb down, this is a 2v4. Yoshidan going to find one. Still winnable now, but the pinch coming through. And the player's going to check it just in time. And that player's going to win the gunfight. He's top farming. You don't need to check the bomb. But unfortunately, he's going to get wall banged. Didn't even really make that big a mistake. Just threw the shoulder out there. And Loward's going to take him down, get the defuse. And now, we go to a 5-4 split.
As Florida not going away. They're coming in 5-4 now. As yeah, these were great shots from Kaku at range. With just a little sliver of HP there. One bullet. But it is going to be Paris on defense here. And this is a round, like, you can't let it go to round 11 if you're Paris.
No, the momentum is all the way in Florida's favor. And right now, if you're Paris, you can't be thinking about choking. You got to get that thought out of your mind. You got to just play your game like you had been, like the start of this match. And you just need anyone else besides Yoshidan to pick it up. But unfortunately, clearly didn't learn about that angle. Kaku going to find him, and Iker's in position for the trade from Pillars. That gunfight going to come in the middle. That's going to be huge. Is Iker going to win that one onto Slinky? So right now, the two members of Florida going to be separated right now.
Kermit will have a great angle there on the Iker, I think. Because Iker is prone in pillars. He's now moved. The bomb is going to be swinging towards A here, and it's going to be Eddie to meet this.
But will Eddie see it? Based on where he's laying down, he won't. And so now he's going to have to wait on his two fellow Paris members to rotate, but Lord runs right into Eddie's bullets, and now if you're Kermit, you got to run back. But unfortunately, Eddie's not going to let it happen. As Eddie takes down Kermit, he's going to submit map 2 for Paris.
Paris will take it. There you go. The big retake. 3v1. Didn't give Kermit a chance to really do anything about it, as the comeback will get halted in its tracks, and we will tie up the series.
And you know, despite that win, I still think that momentum right now going into this next game is probably going to be on Florida's side, you know?
Definition, I guess, of what you could call soup. As we're in off the rip, everyone's set, everyone's ready to go. Teams have been fixed. Everyone's on the correct side. And it's going to be a mad rush towards B.
As usual, we're starting off on the B hit. Slinky going to open up with 2. As Shadow going to find 1, Kermit going to find another. And that's all 4 down off rip for Paris. So now, if you're Florida, you kind of start thinking about going towards A, as there's a huge gunfight there. And Eddie's going to stop that A push right off rip. And Paris really want to regain control of this B area so early in the round. You don't want to give it up, as Yoshidan manages to find 2 before getting traded out, and Iker going to find onto Shadow. So Paris now all the map control in the world, ready to set up and kind of hunker down on B.
Yep, I thought Florida had that captain for sure as a shoe-in. They had 3 players there. Shadow is actually going to get knocked down by Eddie in mid here, as they're still contested here at the last second. It looks like somebody did hop on the point. Slinky will clean him up. It was Eddie, but Florida will secure point B. So we are going to be heading over towards A here, with all of Florida kind of stacking up here towards Cat. They're waiting for each other, waiting for the push, and now they're going to go charge.
Yeah, and Florida kind of needed to be a little bit quicker on that green push, is now allowing their team to get set up has allowed 2 players to drop. Eddie's going to find another one, Iker going to find 1. And so those 4 players have all gone down now. We're looking for Paris to kind of push up here, get in those power positions. Eddie happens to be in 1, but he's just going to throw a shoulder at it before he has to back off. But now, Iker in a really solid spot here, so is Yoshidan. And pretty much Eddie and Legoshi just holding down the flank. Very solid setup here, looking to halt Florida in the tracks.
Yep, I mean Florida is actually down in lives after all said and done. Even though they got those early wave of kills and picked up A relatively early, there's a minute on the clock. They're down 2 lives. As Shadow is now in the spawn, trying to pick up the spawn kills, trying to even out the life count here. As 3 are gonna go down from Paris here. Last one alive will be Iker on the point, trying to stay alive. The point will be contested. Iker will finally drop. There goes Eddie as well. So all of a sudden, the guns are coming alive from Florida here.
Yeah, and if you're Paris, you just gotta rush towards the point here. You want to take those players off ASAP. Even a staggered push, if you're just trading out, that's better for you because it gives you more time to get to the point. Your spawn's closer, and you don't want these players to stack it. If they stack it, you're probably gonna lose this round.
Yep, as Lord will get shut down from that top double crate position. Slinky's gonna run in right through green, picks up 1. Kermit will chime in as well, as Yoshida is gonna be sitting in the back here. Will get dropped. Kermit and Slinky again coming up with a pair of kills, as all 4 from Paris are gonna drop. Shadow's gonna be in mid trying to pick up the cutoffs, and Florida is gonna pick up 1 tick in A. Looks like it's gonna be a second as well. 3 players. It's going so fast.
Yeah, and someone from Paris just has to get in and contest, even if you don't get the kills. And that timing there, Yoshida gonna pick up 2. I don't know what happened there, but Slinky kind of got flown over by Hetty, but used his bait. Yoshida managed to pick up his 3rd, as he's on a 3 kill streak. And with 30 seconds left, lives running low for both of these teams. It's gonna be a bloodbath here in about a second.
5 to 6. Shadow is gonna come up behind 1. He's gonna pick him off. And it's going to be as well. He's going to drop as well. So Florida and Paris both out of lives. Big 2 pieces. Eddie and Iker pick up the kills that they need. Iker with a 3-piece in the kill feed, as it's now a 3v2. And Florida has no time. All going to be on Shadow. Trap top green.
Forward taken down by Iker. Shadow just going to let the time run down. Let Paris be content with their 2 life advantage. And so while Paris have won that round, you know, you have to ask, how good is that really going to be in retrospect? You know, unless Paris comes out and wins this next offensive round, I'm not sure that there's too much to be happy from by that defense performance. You know, Florida played really well on that offense. They almost had that. And so the question is, how well can Florida do on this defense? You know, can they rack up a higher life count, or can Paris use this momentum to really take that offense?
Absolutely, as we're going to see. I mean, you have Iker 11 and 6 to open this one up. He's keeping pace with Slinky on the other side, who's 11 and 7. Shadow and Kermit are not doing the pop-out performance that we were kind of expecting to see from them. But, I mean, I guess that's kind of what happens when you're feeding yourself to the meat grinder that is the players over on PS. Shadow dies to his own trophy. That was rather unfortunate there, as Kermit here from the square position is going to be chucking nades over. But that's 3 hopped onto B by Paris. This is going to cap. This should be a cap.
Yeah, and now you can see Florida kind of setting up over towards that green area. Slinky and Kermit gonna try to lock it down. As Shadow busts onto B and finds 2. Kermit pushes up, flanks that player dark, and now here it is. Here comes the spawn trap for the defensive side. They're gonna push up, they want to rack up these kills. Paris only has a 2 life advantage. It's not hard to beat, as Eddie's gonna find 1, Slinky gonna find another, as Kermit finds a huge 2, but 1 player did manage to slip through. That is Iker. He's gonna hop on A. His location gotta be known, but it looks like Kermit and the rest of Florida are just gonna trust their teammate to get that and continue to spawn trap.
I feel like Kermit might have heard me when I said that he's not popping off like we were expecting him to, as he was on a 5 spree before getting shut down. Is now 10 and 8. A Slinky up here, top green, gonna spot the players on the rotation here. He does know there's one back there. Will pick up Legoshi. As well, Paris started out fantastic. They had 3 stack there over towards B and was shut down, and they just haven't regained the map presence since then. The Shadow just chiming in with on a 5 spree of his own now. So yeah, the 2 guys that I called out have woke up apparently.
Yeah, and from the side of Paris, you know, Iker started to slow down, Yoshida started to slow down, and Eddie starting to slow down. It's just really unfortunate coming out at this time. You know, Slinky, he's got streaks now. He's popping off. Shadow's going to find another 2. They're shutting down the offense of this Paris team. And that's going to be a life lead far extending the 2 that Paris had coming into this round.
Yeah, this was just the absolute. The guns finally woke up. So we're going to see if Paris can kind of hold on to this next defensive round, but the problem is that you're so like you're just so far behind in lives now that no matter what happens, this will probably come down to just a defensive round win in round 5, and that round 5 will go to Florida. So
Yeah,
as
right
Paris, you
now,
got to figure out something.
yeah, Florida right now has a 9-life lead. So what you really want to see from Paris here is you want to see them go up by about looking at 12 lives on this side right now, and then going into the offense, you kind of just want to see them play back, not give up too many lives. As Slinky finds the opening kill onto Lugoshi, as two players are going to flank through the middle and vent. They should find their kills. As Iker going to find one, Yoshidon going to find one. Iker unfortunately going to drop to a nade, but Lugoshi going to find the overextending Slinky. And so this progress over here at B is going to get taken down, but one player, Glow Lord, has managed to sneak his way out.
Yep, and meanwhile, Eddie is all the way in the back of the spawns there as well, trying to kind of wreak havoc. He's going to loop around floating tank. Will get found, though. They will catch the player over towards A. Two players are going to hop B from the Florida Muteteers. So we're going to see what happens here. Shadow is going to pick up streaks.
Yeah, Kermit right now just playing the spawn kills as he finally gets taken down by Eddie. At this point, this B zone is going to get captured now. Slinky going to find one. Shadow going to find one. Kermit's off respawn here. And Shadow put in the position. He's just spawn killing right now, wreaking havoc in the spawn as Kermit try to break through the brick side of the area. Glowward finds a kill onto that player artillery. Iker gets shut down by Shadow. Eddie's going to find a hole in the armor, finds two. Slinky and Kermit go down, but Shadow tries to go for more, finds one, gets taken down as Eddie going to clear off the point. All three going to go down to the hands of Eddie, and that single-handedly shut down the push that Florida had been working so hard for.
I mean, it looked real bad there for Paris for a bit as the spawn was just filled with Kermit and Shadow in the kill feed. As the players from Florida will get knocked off the point, they are going to start this push once again as Lord will pick up Iker from the side there. But again, you allowed the time for Paris to set up here over towards the point, and that means you got a heck of a job due to knock down this front door.
Yeah, but it is worthy of note that Florida lead in lives right now. They leave 3 lives on the round right now. So this really could just come down to them trading properly. As they do have control of bricks now, they have one player in green. They're looking for the pinch. Is Yoshidon going to get taken by some long-range gunshots with that player who flies out? Shadow. Oh, he was supposed to die there, but he ends up getting the kill onto Lugoshi. As Eddie's going to get taken down to spawn. Slinky going to be wreaking havoc inside the spawn as Shadow going to move up to kind of hold this bricks area. As they have 2 capping this point right now. This is going to need to come in from Paris.
Yeah, Paris is just not really in a position to contest this right now, as a third player is going to hop from forward as well. Iker's going on the flank. He might not have time. The kills are all going every which way. It's going to be Lord in the back. Picks up an artillery, but will go down. So Paris with the last second save here as 4 go down from Florida. 50 seconds on the clock, and they're down 5 lives, so they got to make these count now.
Yeah, but the streaks from Florida might be the bane as Kermit finds one, a double life lead for them now. If they can streak this point here, it might not be a bad move, as they only have 30 seconds left.
They have they have at least 2 artilleries to work with too, I'm pretty sure. As Kermit's working towards one for his zone.
Oh, Kermit just barely managed to stay alive in the spawn, throwing stuns over. He's got to let his team get on the point though. Because right now, he's not doing much to stop the time. Is one player going to be on the time? It's going to be Yoshidon. He is going to get taken down as now. This is a 2v9 for Paris as Kermit going to find his streaks. And Paris going to lose that defensive round to Florida.
I think the streaks might actually be set up incorrectly, so it's possible that we won't be seeing them.
Potentially. But at this point, you got to look at Paris. You have to see them basically at this point win a guaranteed 2 back-to-back offense rounds. You need to see them carry that momentum from one offense round to the other. And that's a 2-part plan. First, starting with going against the firepower of Shadow and Slinky on the other team. 23 and 14 for the both of them. And breaking through that, getting control of the map, managing to win this offense, and then doing it all again.
I mean, this is what we were expecting to see too. The people that were coming alive are coming alive. As Kermit's going to be moving up towards top green, it's going to be a 2-man hit up top. Yoshida is going to be guarding Cat, though. It's not going to expect a second player. So the early kills are all going to go in favor of Florida here, as I believe they only dropped 1 player in exchange for 3. As Eddie's going to be the last one alive here in mid. Gonna spot Lord. We'll pick up 1. Gonna dodge underneath Kermit, I believe. But surrounded by players every which way. Will finally go down. But somebody, Iker, is on the point here. We're going to have a contest come in from Slinky. A wide peek out. We'll pick up that kill. And a mid on the clock.
Yoshidon managed to make his way over towards this A site, at least drawing the attention of 2 Florida players now. It's really on the rest of his team to make use of this opening, as 3 players now required to take down Yoshida. As Iker making the read on this player in the vent, gonna get that kill. He knows the rest of the players are top green. Sees one jumps down, he's gonna chase, not gonna find it, but the trade comes in. So now Florida need to regain control over this B site here, as Yoshida again making his presence known on the map. Is Slinky gonna find one? Lord gonna find one. And if they pick this guy up in lights, they will have full control over the map once again.
Yep, working well there. But the hip fire comes in at long range. Will drop though finally to Eddie, as 1.5 ticks will come through here. But Slinky on the flank gonna pick up those shots on a 5 kill spree there. This is not gonna find a 6. Will get shut down. That is gonna be Yoshida picking that one up. 23 and 21 for Yoshida right now. But they finally are going to hop back onto B. Only 1 tick to their name. Nothing really else to go for right now.
Yeah, and in terms of lives, it's not looking too terrible for Paris. You know, only down 5, which is a makeup margin easily. But the problem lies in the time. They only have 27 seconds right now. As Iker going to find 1, but quickly 2 found a response. And eventually 4 going to go down in response. All Florida have to do to close up this map is push up and get a couple of cut kills. Delay Paris just a little bit more and make sure they can't get on the point.
As the Lord is going to chime in at long range, going to find 1, going to find 2. Shadow will get caught, but with 7 seconds to go, Paris is not going to make it onto the hill in time. And this will be map 3 going in favor of Florida as well. As I said, at the last second, someone hopped the point, immediately went down. Florida takes the map 3-1.
Yeah, and so if you're Paris here, you're just gonna have to bounce back after that performance. You know, you managed to do okay. All the rounds were relatively close. You know, you just have to make sure that you're able to bounce back, square up with this checkmate hard point, and really just play to the best of your ability. If you get quite late here, so players gonna be a little bit off of the top of their game, I suppose. But right now, Florida gonna be in the plane first for their side. Kermit gonna be making his presence known on that godheady side of the map as Yoshida picks up 1 but quickly traded. And plane control right now gonna be a 2v1 inside Shadow and Kermit versus Eddie. And so they back out for but a second as the spawns might have flipped there for but a brief moment. But it looks like the regain from Florida manages to keep those spawns in favor. But Eddie gonna find 2 before he goes down. And Yoshida flies out like a bird, but Shadow manages to find the 2 and secure this hill for Florida.
Yep, I mean, you can see Paris is being forced to spawn on the opposite side of the map now as they're trying to come in. They're trying to get into the back. You have Lugoshi going all the way around the back. They should actually secure spawns for their team unless Lord can really say something about it. As they're going to find 1. Lugoshi in the back will get caught by Shadow. That's going to be a 5 kill spree out of the gate for Shadow, who's 5-0, has yet to die. So it's going to be on Paris to try and break in here towards his P2.
Great shots there to Yoshidon before he gets traded by Shadow. Slinky picks up 1 of his own. And that hill was pretty uneventful, only a 4-point difference with no team even reaching 50 points. But this P2 is what they were really all worried about, this easy 60 here. As Florida started to work their time up to 32. And eventually Paris gonna manage to break through the front, but Florida having the spawns gonna have quick reinforcements to clear that out.
Yep, I mean, the kills are going in. That's going to be Eddie coming up with a big 2-piece before getting dropped. Yoshida's coming in as well. I mean, the close reinforcements are kind of wrecking havoc for Paris as Yoshida will pick up 1, get traded out. Lord is contested on the hill. Somebody will finally pick up Paris as Florida is going to be forced to spawn out here as we get set for P3. 6 seconds to go. We're going to go over to Paris.
Yeah, and now Florida, they're kind of set up on this new hill setup. Even though Paris getting this first amount of time, you look at the map control and Florida has it all. As Eddie finds some great shots there on the Kermit, but it's not going to matter as Loward finds the trade. However, Iker going to be in position, grab that one. Shadow going to find another, but again, Iker popping up the kill feed. Slinky now finds the 2 and a nice little flank to clear that out. Eddie going to find that kill, and like a true P3 that we all know and love, very scrappy, no one getting a lot of time here.
Yeah, but Paris is actually slowly catching up here with the time as Shadow picks up a huge 2-piece. As Shadow picks up another and is going to swap around for one more, it looks like. There it is with the pistol. He's going to run back here, try to pick up the spawns that Paris is currently spawning on. We're going to see if this is going to force anything as Shadow's currently on a 4-3. He's going to turn around, absolutely burns Legoshi. And he's going to find a 6 as well. 17 and 4 to open this up. We're not even at P4 yet.
Yeah, this guy is absolutely turning and burning. Checkmate is this guy's landscape. It is his world. We are just living in it right now. Is Florida going to secure this rotate? But Paris with the majority of map control, 1 in plane, 1 on the pinch. Yoshida almost picks up 2, but finally drops as the push going to come in from the front. Shadow finally goes down to Legoshi. Revenge plot happening in the making here as Loward going to find the kill as now Eddie and Yoshida in the hill, fighting against the 2 players from Florida.
So Yoshida will go down, so the Florida will be the one to start picking this up as Legoshi has pulled out a bullfrog, it looks like. Slinky with a 2-piece in the middle of the map. Eddie's going to find Shadow, but Lord here anchoring this down for his team. Split spawns, I think, are coming out from the Paris side as well. Eddie's going to slide. Oh, I don't know how he got that one. Or it might have been Yoshida who picked that one up, but the spawns are in favor of Paris here. Down 50 points as we head to P5. We're going to see if they do something about it here.
Yeah, and these 50 points isn't insurmountable. That's literally only 1 hill rotation. All we need to see is Paris just play smart, not get too over-challengey, just make smart decisions, make smart plays, and they can hold on to this time. They are going to get taken off temporarily as the spawns will actually flip, but Yoshida using that to his advantage, trying to put Florida in like a semi-spawn trap here with all this plane control.
Because yeah, Eddie is going to push out the back of the spawns, it looks like, moving in towards the back. The players from Florida are actually still here, so it wasn't able to successfully kind of block it, but he is able to cut it off just by being here. And the players from Florida can't move up. Eddie is just kind of mowing them all down. Yoshida's chiming in as well, as Iker's going to be there. Iker will drop. Slinky will take out the Lord by accident there, as Yoshida will get cut down from behind. The players from Paris, it does looks like, are all coming up. But honestly, that was a really good hill out of Paris. They're only down 30 points here as we're heading into our second set of rotations.
Yeah, a really good hill by Paris there to make sure that they can maintain their position in this game. They're catching up, and if they hold a decent amount of time here, then they can be able to take this lead. But Kermit on the long flank, gonna get checked by Yoshida, gonna get taken down. Loward finds one, Shadow finds one in the hill, and Slinky, all players except for one gonna make their impact known on this hill. And that spawn gets really quickly. Iker gonna get taken out, and now the rotation is what Florida is focused on.
As you can see, the fight going down in the plane, just kills are being traded left, right, and center, is what you usually expect to see from this point on Checkmate. As the nade's going to go in through Legoshi. You can see the fight going all the way in the back. It's going to be Lord versus, I believe it's Yoshida all the way in the back. Yoshida's worked his way back to back tube. Should be able to catch one there, but it is going to be Slinky still spawning in the back, so the spawn's not working out. Yoshida will get caught. That will force Paris to spawn out. And this is going to be a good chunk of early time for Florida.
Yeah, and once again, Florida early on the rotation. Shadow, 31 and 9. The guy has 30 kills before anyone hit 20 on an absolute rampage. Eventually goes down to Yoshida before getting traded by Slinky. And right now, Florida has all the control of the spawns that they need. They really don't need that much plane map control. They can just shoot out of everywhere from this hill. Kermit finding 2, as eventually players going to start to push out from Florida. Yoshida gonna punish that, but Shadow finding 2. Almost finds 3, but Yoshida there for the trade. And as we get to 25 seconds, Paris has to make the decision. Do they want to hit this time, or do they want to rotate?
Well, I mean, it does look like Paris, when you get absolutely lit up like that, it's going to be, last one is just going to be Eddie Yoshida here as well. I mean, there's 10 seconds to left. It's pretty late, but I mean, Checkmate is also a map where the P2 to P3 shift is not super punishing if you come in late on P2. Like, you can afford to hit P2 late, and it's not like it's not like Moscow, I guess, where if you hit weight P2, you're utterly screwed for P3. At least P3 here is a relatively neutral, I guess you could say, relative to the spawns. But I mean, there's nothing neutral about the fact that Shadow has dropped 38 kills.
Oh my god. Yeah, this guy is just pretty much unstoppable right now for the side of Paris, as they really have no response to this guy. But Eddie gonna find two, almost gets away with his life there. Shadow's gonna find him, and Shadow 1 kill away from a 40 bomb. That's actual kills, by the way, not EKIA. As if you're Paris here, you know, we've seen crazier comebacks happen. I mean, just today, Seattle versus Florida, we saw a similar comeback happen in this position. So if you're Paris, you got to pull up the bootstraps. You got to be able to just rotate, focus on getting the important kills that you need. As Shadow, he's died 5 times in a row now, not gotten this 40th kill just yet. So maybe Paris finding out something they can use to counter him.
Yep, well, Eddie's gonna slide in. Pick up 2 is gonna not find the 3rd. It doesn't matter. His teammate's there to pick up the kills. That was a great sequence there coming out of Paris as they're here to hold down P4.
Nade coming up from Yoshida. Kermit peeks around to the plane. Shadow's coming to reinforce his team. Loward's going to find one. Kermit's going to find one. Last player going to be in the back. It's going to be Iker as Kermit makes it a 2-piece. They spawn right behind him, though, as Slinky's going to find that player, and Shadow's going to rush up. He wants these spawns for the new hill. They can't win it here. He manages to get on the flank of Iker there. Manages to get that kill. Paris now spawning out. Gonna grab control of this last 17, but the rotations, again, what Florida really wants. Shadow making his presence known in the plane as Eddie accidentally executes Kermit, which is highly unfortunate. However,
He'll take it anyway.
He will. He definitely will. But Florida has this rotation secured. Shadow gonna end up spawning out. So is Slinky. So the break might come through for Paris here.
Because yeah, Paris will actually secure it. They are gonna force Florida to spawn out on the other side of the map. So I mean, Florida only needs 30 more points to take this. So as Paris, you have to play a pretty close to perfect game, which is kind of hard when Shadow's lighting you up for 43 kills here. As he has actually died a fair bit since the last time we checked in on him.
Yeah, but
it is going to be Eddie coming in from the back. The pre-fire is there. Lord will pick him up, though.
At this point, I think this game's done and dusted with an outstanding performance from Shadow, 44 and 19, Florida Muted Tears. Gonna close out this series 3-1. Wow, what a game to end that one off for Shadow. As we can see here, this is probably him picking up a decent amount of kills. This is early on in the game, securing the spawns for Florida in this P2. And ultimately, that loss for Paris, you can't be too upset about. You just have to tip your hat, commend Shadow for such a great performance, and not really worry about how well you